Colonization stole a lot from us. And it's becoming evident as I sit with more guests and I do more research in how many solutions Africans had for various things, phases of our lives, work, things like going through menstruation. We were, number one, tied to nature. And number two, we were very, we were integrated in how we lived. Even something like, it's said now that just because you're on your period doesn't mean you can't work. But for some people, it's like, look, it's your body going through something and you're meant to respect it. There's maybe even a spiritual aspect, which we'd respect, that the girl stays at home and, you get to relax, kind of. Today people are speaking about a menstruation leave as an example, that women should be given menstruation leave because for some women, the symptoms are severe. They can't function. You spoke about going into menopause in your early 30s. You look early 30s right now. So if you don't mind, how old are you? How old normally are women when they go into menopause? And again, what is menopause?
Okay. Firstly, I'm turning 46.
Jeez.
On the 8th of July.
You know that you look good for your age?
I've been told.
Hey,
and also, how you live your life, it does play a huge role. But yeah, genetics, yes, I'll always be like,
shout out to the fam.
Parents, yes. So,
menopause.
Menopause. I'm glad that you are wanting us to lay the foundation because whenever we speak menopause, people get confused because there's so many terminologies that are linked to it. And then sometimes people even women, as I said earlier, they don't really grasp what menopause is. And then they use the term or ask questions like, can we cure menopause? And then you can say like, yeah, there's a lot of work that we still need to do around this phase of life. So firstly, a girl is born, right?
Are we taking it all the way to the beginning?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Rather, let us
Let's
take
go.
it to the
A
beginning.
girl is born.
When a girl is born, she's born with all the eggs that she'll ever have for her entire lifetime. And as she gets older, she's shedding them. And
sorry, I'm going to need you to slow it down. And I apologize. I'm going to be interrupting a lot.
Okay.
Because I want to take us on this journey slowly.
Okay.
When a girl is born, she's born with all the eggs she will ever have in her whole life.
Yes. So, meaning there was this beautiful image that was circulating on social platforms a few months ago. It had like the female that is pregnant and there you can see like the child still inside there. Yeah. And it was saying that before you were born, you existed in your grandmother's womb. So when your grandmother was pregnant with your mom as an embryo had her eggs, right?
Already in.
Yes. So you were there already in your grandmother's womb in that sense. So
you're basically saying when a woman is pregnant and has a daughter in her stomach, the daughter already has eggs.
Granddaughter, yes.
Hectic.
So when we're born, we are born already with our eggs in the...
Do you have any idea how many eggs women generally are born with?
Jeez, I think it's in 2 millions.
In 2 millions.
But we shed them, obviously, as we go through life. And by the time we hit puberty, which is when our reproductive years come into effect. When I say our reproductive years come into effect, that is when we are able then, if we have sex, to fall pregnant. That is when our period starts.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's pause there by period. This is from medicalnewstoday.com. According to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, a female fetus, that's what you were speaking about, the baby in the stomach, typically has around 6 to 7 million eggs at 20 weeks. A baby in the stomach has 6 to 7. This drops to 1 to 2 million eggs at birth. From 7 million to 1 million at birth.
As I was saying, that we're shedding them as we're going through life.
The number of immature egg cells decreases by around 11,000 each month before puberty. So I just want to check something. 95% of individuals assigned female at birth retain about 12% of their original ovarian reserve by the time they turn 30. That's approximately 120,000 eggs. Sorry, we're going into puberty. 7 million inside your mom's tummy, which is going to be your children in some future. And then when you're born, 1 million, you've already lost millions. And then you lose every month as you get older.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
So you grow up and you were speaking about puberty, getting ready for your menstruation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then puberty hits, and as you have aptly read there, then we continue with our periods to lose the eggs and all of that.
Sorry again to pause. You're born with 1 to 2 million eggs. Your periods start at, from what I've heard, maybe girls 12, some younger.
Now it's getting younger because of our lifestyles and all of these changes. Yes.
So it could be as young as 9, 10.
Yeah, now, you
Okay.
see girls starting to develop.
From birth to, let's say, 10, 11, 12, girls are not having their periods. Does this mean they're not losing eggs, or are they losing them in another way and you only start losing eggs at like 12?
They're losing them in another way because, they're immature eggs. And then
So at 12, it means the eggs are now mature to be
so that's
fertilized.
when you can,
That's why they mature,
sex.
they're ready. That's why you bleed now, because they mature eggs.
Because it's either you have sex, then you fall pregnant,
Sure.
or you just bleed it away, like with your period.
I'm going to let you carry on. I've got a very controversial question, but maybe you'll cover. I'll let you go till we get to about 18. If you don't cover it, then I'll go back to 12.
Okay. So then every month, then we're losing the eggs because chances are during that time we're not engaging in sexual activity, and there is no pregnancy that is happening at that time. And then pregnancy might happen for some women because we're still going through the life phases, right?
Sure.
Puberty, then there will be pregnancy for some women. And then there is the last phase of life now, which is the menopause. And during that time, it's the opposite. Puberty, beginning of reproductive years. Menopause is the end of reproductive years. Your eggs are depleted.
Are you jumping to menopause?
It's life phases, right?
Okay.
Yes, we're still laying the foundation. Like
No problem.
you're born, puberty,
Sure.
and then possibly pregnancy for some women,
Sure.
not all of them. Then there is the menopause part, which is the opposite of puberty.
It's the end of your egg cycle.
Yeah, reproductive life. Because then even if you are to have sex,
Sure.
you're not going to conceive naturally anymore.
Okay.
Unlike with puberty, if you have sex, then you will fall pregnant naturally.
Okay.
So in the simplest term, that is what menopause is, the exact opposite of puberty, the last reproductive cycle in a woman's years.
Sure.
And then what happens in between, and then it's different, obviously, as I say, for every woman.
Sure.
And then the period that is leading now to the factory closing, which is menopause, then it's called perimenopause. That is the transition. That is when now the female estrogen that is responsible for so much of our physical functioning, psychological and emotional functioning as women is also going haywire.
Estrogen is the majority female hormone.
Yes, because we've got like estrogen, then we've got progesterone, and then we've got testosterone. But the biggest one
is estrogen.
Is estrogen. And it's responsible, as I say, from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet.
Yeah.
And during that phase, because it's also going haywire, leading now to menopause, leading to this final stage, leading to the factory closing, then the body is going through so many symptoms. And we always speak about the most popular ones, about my hot flashes, weight gain, loss of libido for some women, vaginal dryness, the brain fog.
Sorry, libido is sexual appetite?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And those are the most spoken about symptoms. But the list of symptoms, it keeps getting longer because we're the generation, as I said, that is speaking up about our experiences. At some point, they used to talk about 12 symptoms. Then at some point, it was 34.
Because now I'm speaking or researching.
Speaking, and also the research is also increasing because menopause has been understudied and under-researched for the longest of time.
Yeah.
But now it's changing. Hence, even the conversations are becoming more and more, And now the list of symptoms is reaching over 100.
Jeez.
Which is why it is important for women to be as knowledgeable in as much as they can about them, because what if they do not get the typical or mostly spoken about symptoms? Then they can miss the transition because they're saying, oh, I'm not getting hot flashes. My periods are still regular. I'm not struggling with brain fog. I am still like swinging off the chandeliers. I've done.
Libido isashisa, baba.
Isashisa.